reports are coming out suggesting Sarah Bond might have been tough to work with. Now, that doesn't automatically mean drama, people, but in the middle of leadership shifts at Xbox, that detail matters. Because when a high level executive exits, the stories about internal friction start surfacing. That's usually not random, so is this just the cost of strong leadership, or was there more tension inside Xbox than we realized?
Are you ready to take?
Here's what we know. Several report claims that there were internal challenges tied to management style, and that perception may have influenced the leadership transition. Now, let's be clear. Tough leadership isn't always bad. Some of the most effective executives are demanding, but timing is everything. When you pair these reports with strategy pivots and structural changes at Xbox, it suggests this wasn't just a casual departure. So the real conversation is this: was this friction, or was it a clash of vision during a major turning point for Xbox? All right, so I'm gonna just get my piece out first. Listen, the timing of this. Listen, I work in the corporate world for a while. I know corporate bullshit when I see it. At the end of the day, I feel like Xbox is being very, very, very shady, and the headlines and this shit leaking right now. So very much fuck Xbox and Microsoft for doing this. And I listen, I'm not even a Sarah Bonds fan, but I can see corporate bullshit from a mile away. Don't leak this shit now after you fired her. And then two, that you're still responsible for whatever happened during her time employed, because while you kept her employed for how long and how many years and let her be the face of your initiative and blah 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 blah. Like, no. So much of this shit is such bullshit from Xbox and Microsoft. Is shifting blame, is trying to distance themselves for these bullshit ass Game Pass decisions, the cross bringing Halo to PlayStation and all these Xbox major exclusive franchise to PlayStation. They're trying to shift blame and responsibility, but at the end of the day, absolutely not. Xbox and Microsoft must be held liable for anything that happened during her employment. I don't give a fuck. I honestly, if these reports to be true, don't believe Xbox would have paid this woman a salary for as long as they did. No, if that's to be true and you felt so strongly about her leadership, why did you employ her for so long? I'm just not buying it, and what this tough really means, that's such a loaded word, and could mean a multiple of things. I just think Xbox is really trying to distance themselves from the whole initiative that Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer had during their time in employment before they were fired. I'm going to continue to say they were fired because that's the honest truth. Perception versus reality. These reports are not confirmed. They're narrative driven. I want to point that out. None of this stuff is confirmed. No real people have came on the record and probably will never come on the record. But public perception is very much, you kind of live and die by your public perception. Like, so this is very damning for Sarah Bonds as she's back on the job hunt. So I find this to be very, very disgusting. I do not like this. I think Xbox and Microsoft are very, very shady, and they need to be held responsible for anything that went on during through Sarah Bond's employment. And that's just the God honest truth. And I never agree with anything with Sarah Bond's done. I feel like she will lie to fucking consumers. Game Pass is profitable, but then raise Game Pass prices. No, it's not. It's not profitable. Stop lying to me. Sarah Bonds was a liar on a lot of things. She would say one thing, do another. It didn't match up all the time. She would say Xbox is in this great position and blah, blah, blah. And you look at Xbox financials and no, they're not. They're actually bleeding money every year, and it's well reported and well documented. So I'm not going to apologize for Sarah Bonds and maybe, some decisions that she co-decided on with Xbox being firmly, because you wouldn't employ somebody that they wasn't pushing your narrative. Like, never in my life. I'm a $1 billion company, $1 trillion company, whatever Microsoft is, and employ somebody who is not working well with others, because I pay all these other people's salary. Why is your salary so special than other people's to make me keep you around if you're quote unquote tough to work with? And then two, if you wasn't fucking delivering on what I told you to deliver. Xbox Xbox, whether that was Phil Spencer, painting this beautiful picture about cross platform and multi platform and play anywhere on anything, regardless of the fact you okayed it. And Microsoft and Xbox are, in my eyes, responsible and really the most responsible party out of these three relationships. And that's Xbox/Microsoft, Phil Spencer, and Sarah Bonds. That's a three-way relationship. I'm not even trying to be funny. It's a three-way. So any decision that was made, all three of them had to okay in some type of form or fashion. So, but that's how I feel. I'll turn it over to my cousin now and let him get his shit off.
So I pretty much agree with what you were saying and how you feel. You have this individual who was hired by you, who was vouched for by another high pay individual. And the moment she now exits, leaves, whatever you want, verbiage you want to use, oh, she was so hard to work with. Oh, these terrible decisions. This was all made and done by her. Okay, one, why did you allow it to go if you didn't agree with it? You run the company. You paid her salary. Now that she's gone, now why now is anyone coming out saying anything about this? It's clear that public perception of the choices made by her and Phil are not well liked. And rather than Microsoft coming out and saying, hey, we fucked up. We have tried to do the best that we can. We've made some struggles. We've stumbled. We're going to fix it. No. They couldn't do that. They go on the route of scapegoating. Hey, that person that just left, hey, it was all they're doing. They did this shit. Okay, did you not clear it? Do you not run the company that she ran? Do you not pay their salary? Did you not hire her? Did you not make the choices to employ her and okay her decisions? Like, come on now, people. What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm not going to draw this out long. It's a very shady, very slimy business tactic. I mean, if you even want to look at it in one way, and I'm not giving an excuse, oh, no one wanted to say anything because no one, wanted to backlash, questioning the woman at the company. No, we're not even going to do that here. We're not going to do that. The way that how they're blatantly smearing this woman's name and image, and it's funny that you're doing this. Oh, but she no longer works there, so you can't even get her side of the equation. And now everyone's gonna run with this narrative like, oh, she's just difficult to work with and makes bad business choices. How? You had her in press conferences. You had her in interviews. You had her, sometimes full on advertisements on her own, smiling and just making decisions. Now, I will say one thing: she is a liar. I stand on that. She lies. Her and that other lady y'all used for the Game Pass price increase. You got some liars, but Microsoft, just get y'all shit. Like I say, I'm not gonna draw this out because I mean this is ridiculous. This has been going around like the last couple of days about this, and everybody is running this narrative like, oh, she was just so terrible. Everything that was done by Xbox, it was all her fault. Her fault. Tell me this one little woman just made all these choices for this billion-dollar sector of this trillion-dollar company, and ain't no one say anything. No one said, hey, no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna try this instead. No one said this. No one was too afraid to speak up. No, we're not doing. We're not doing that here. It's really disgusting. I didn't want to do this, but
Listen, and I'm well documented saying, I am a 360 lover. That really was my first system I saved up for, whatever cost. So I'm very much, a diehard, like, oh, I want Xbox to go back to 360 days, but never did I ever blame Sarah Bond or Phil Spencer entirely for the fuck up of the transition after 360 because it's just not practical. Bro, a $1 billion company is not going to let somebody continue to. It's just the amount of time she was employed too, and she had the backings of Phil Spencer for so long. Like, you're not about to paint this picture like, oh, I didn't. How convenient. I didn't. Listen, I had nothing to do with the decisions. No, fuck that. You shut the fuck up. Like, no fucking way. No $1 billion company is going to fucking get that shit off. And listen, it's very unfortunate in 2026 if you get unemployed, the market, the financial outlook on the economy. I hope she gets employment. I hope she gets something respectable. And because it's the biggest things that happen in your life, you're not even in the room when these decisions are made. So, I should have heard nothing but positive energy. And that's even coming off the fact that, I think Xbox has been fucking up for the longest time. But I'm not blaming that entirely on Sarah Bond because I don't think she had the power. And maybe somebody that work at Xbox will get on the record and put put their ass where their mouth is and really go on the record and say in detail something that will make me believe that Sarah Bonds was just this unquestionable figure at Xbox and no one could go against what she said and she held all this autonomy. No, listen, it's gonna be very hard for me to ever believe that. But let us know in the comments what you think because this topic has been running rampant, and I really wanted us to touch on it because it's really disgusting. In the fucking diehard Xbox fans, bruh, at the end of the day, Xbox has to be held responsible for some of this bullshit. You cannot just blame these two people that were fired. Xbox are responsible. At the end of the day, no matter who they employ, Xbox is responsible. We cannot forget that. We give so much fucking grace to these companies and because we got such brand loyalty. At the end of the day, let's have some common sense at the end of the day. Xbox ain't no bitches, okay? They've been in the gaming industry for long enough to know better. To know, hey, when to pull the plug and when shit ain't working. For whatever reason, they let this shit go off for like 7, 8 years. Ever since the Xbox One, they've been letting this shit go off. Let Phil Spencer run rapid. Supposedly Sarah Bond run rapid. So I'm not buying it. It's very disgusting. But let us know in the comments below. Maybe you got some information we're not privy to. But at the end of the day, I'm holding Xbox and Microsoft responsible more than I'm holding Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer of the fuck ups that's been happening since this company.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time,
Are you not entertained?